Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to BigK Crypto. I hope you're all doing well. And this is the first video of all of my standalone videos that I'm going to be doing this week. And of course, we're kicking off with Ethereum Gold, aka Ethereum Capital. So what I'm going to do today is just kind of do a roundup, because I haven't done a roundup video on Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital for a while, just to kind of explain how it works, how you can basically get set up and ready to go, and how it's worked for me in the past and how it's going to continue working for me. Now, without further ado, obviously the usual applies. Read the disclaimer, understand it. None of this is financial advice, just my own personal thoughts, opinions and experiences. If you can't understand that, then you shouldn't be in crypto. So, Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital. What is it? Well, what I'd first like to suggest, and I don't think I've actually mentioned this in any of my videos, not recently anyway. If you go to the How It Works tab on the Ethereum Capital user interface, you'll see here, if you scroll down, that there is basically an explanation as to how someone can earn the dividends, how much someone can earn dividends, and obviously the safety and security side of things. Now, three very, very important points. And what I'd actually implore you to do is to go and read them and understand them. And below that, we do have also the growth charts, which these are great. These are absolutely great. So definitely go and check these out if you haven't done so already. But let me just kind of round up my take on these 3 points. Earning dividends. The main way you're going to earn your dividends, guys, is just by holding tokens. Okay, essentially quite similar to staking your Ethereum. A lot of people are waiting for Ethereum 2.0 to come out so they can start staking Ethereum. However, the problem is that they need 32 Ethereum to do that. Now, not everybody has 32 Ethereum to do so, and that's why a lot of people have been scrambling to get some. So this is a great place to start if you want to start staking your Ethereum. In fact, this is far better, in my opinion, in terms of staking your Ethereum in the general sense of the word. But anyway, you know, the main way that you're going to be earning your dividends is by, again, being a part of the contract and earning dividends as people buy and sell in and out of the contract, which means for someone to actually buy Ethereum credits or Ethereum Gold tokens, as you will see here, they will need to pay a 20% fee. Okay, essentially see it as a fee, and that's deducted straight away. 10% is distributed immediately to all investors, so basically to all the token holders, including you, of course. And then when you sell, the other 10% is released to all the remaining investors. How much can someone earn? Well, basically, it depends on how many people buy and sell in and out of the contract, and of course reinvest. So the more volume you have in a day, the more dividends you're going to make. The less volume in a day, the less dividends you're going to make. And that is very important. It's something I've said many times. That is what gives this smart contract its status of being so safe and secure, as well as add to its longevity of a contract. It's not based on a 1%, 2% promise, okay, or depending on how much ETH is in the contract that day is going to go out to you. It all depends on how many people are actually buying and selling ETH. Okay, so it's very organic. The other way, I mean, this is saying here there's 3 ways. The other way you can earn is, of course, by sharing your referral link, which we'll talk about in a little while. And the other way is, well, you know, let's look at Ethereum. Now we're at $479. If Ethereum goes up to $800, $1,000, well, you're going to benefit on price appreciation as well. So those are 3 main ways of earning. Now, is my Ethereum safe? I like to call it the 3 pillars of security. Okay, it checks all of those in the list. What are those 3 pillars of security? 1 is that it's a fully verified smart contract. 2, it has been independently audited a few times, okay, as a contract, basically showing that there's no wrongdoings or fishy stuff going on in the background with the code. And finally, it's gone through various hackathons, meaning Sunny and the team have put hackers to the test and said, right, hack into this, and if you can, you get the money. Well, no one has ever succeeded because it's hack proof, right? So those are the 3 main things. I wanted to kind of cover them you know, with my own summary, but definitely go and check this out, because you know, this is one of the reasons why I like Ethereum Capital as a face, because it's just very clean, it's very clear cut. Okay, for a new investor that wants to get into this can really help them. But if we go into the account and we have a look at the smart contract, I'll bounce to Ethereum Gold now as well, and I'll kind of explain why we have these two faces. In fact, actually, we have more than two faces, but the reason why we have multiple faces is for a couple of reasons. Okay, the main reason is this. You know, DDoS attacks are quite common in this industry. Let's just call it like malicious behavior. Okay, they might try and attack the servers and everything else, and if one site goes down, you know, some people panic, right, because they don't know what's going on, and that's what these malicious attacks are meant for, right? To cause panic. So if, let's say, Ethereum Gold was to go down due to a malicious attack, look, there's Gold Chip Fund up here. All right, so this is exactly the same contract. You can see the numbers are exactly the same reflected. Okay, 1088 buy price, 1088 buy price. If we look at Ethereum Capital, 1088 buy price. Okay, all of the numbers reflect exactly because they are the same smart contract. So it's there for basically, like it says here, they're backup links, right? But they're also there because, well, different strokes for different folks, right? Some people like the look of this, some people, you know, like the look of this, some people prefer GandhiG, and, you know, I guess it's whatever floats your boat, right? I mean, for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I really prefer this face, okay? And the reason why I prefer this face is because, well, I like the fact that its focus is on actual dollars as opposed to ETH, okay? Yes, you know, with this, you can still see the US dollar amount, and with this, you can still see the Ethereum amount. However, the highlight and the focus, as I said, is in dollar amount. And at the end of the day, for myself, I got into crypto like 99.9% of you to make money, okay, and to improve my life. So I want to make money and I want to see how much money I'm making. Now you can see over the last half an hour, I've made $10 just from dividends, just from people buying and selling in and out of this contract. In my earlier video today, if you watched it, I had about $2,200 or so in total dividends, and of course some of that was from dividend earnings, but also referral earnings. Now what did I do with that? Well, I withdrew it, and the reason why I withdrew it is because I like to use the strategy of I'm going to reinvest when I feel like it's appropriate to, and I'm going to withdraw when I feel like it's appropriate to, because this is a free money machine for me now, and it's a passive income machine. So if I see money on the table, well, I'm going to take it. All right. But anyway, guys, this is the smart contract. Let's stay on Ethereum Gold for the time being. Now, to get started with this, in fact, actually, what I'm going to do, if you are interested and you do want to get started with Ethereum Gold or Ethereum Capital, I'll put here on the top right corner of your screen a link to the video that is literally a step-by-step guide, okay, starting all the way from the beginning, from how to download your MetaMask wallet, how to use it, and how to buy and sell all your tokens on the smart contract. But I'll just give you a kind of a quick roundup here. Now, you do need the MetaMask wallet. You can use other Web3 wallets, but MetaMask is the most popular and it has worked for me so far, right? Amazingly. So what you'll want to do once you have installed it, you will need to do the usual 12-word seed phrase, make sure it's completely secure and backed up, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to want to load Ethereum into it. And once you do that, then I would suggest clicking, you know, my link below if you wanted to use my link or anybody else's link, but basically getting onto the smart contract. And when you do, it will ask if you would like your MetaMask to connect to Ethereum Gold or Ethereum Capital, depending on what face you're using. Once you do that, refresh the page and you will see here your actual MetaMask address as part of your reference. This is your referral link, and this is what you can use when you share your link out to other people, right? Whether it be friends, family, social media, YouTube, whatever. If you don't have this come up and you actually see something like ref equals null, or I can't remember what the other word was, then it means you need to refresh your page and you need your MetaMask to be talking with it. And you've got to understand that your MetaMask is basically acting like a digital thumbprint. You won't need a password, username, or anything like that to get access to your part of the smart contract. Your MetaMask wallet will do that itself. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to buy what we call tokens, okay? Now, tokens are basically essentially what you're holding, okay? They're ERC20 tokens, and the more tokens you own in proportion to how much Ethereum is in the contract, you're going to be receiving dividends for, okay? So, of course, if you've got 400 tokens compared to 4,000 tokens, well, you know, the dividends are going to be reflected on that. So the main goal is obviously to have as many gold tokens as possible. Now, if I wanted to buy gold tokens right now, I would click the appropriate amount of ETH that I want to spend to do that. Let's say I wanted to buy 5 ETHs worth. It's going to tell me I'm going to own 217 gold tokens. At that point, I'll click buy gold tokens. MetaMask will pop up. It will tell me how much is the gas fee, which is basically your transaction fee, including the total amount with how much you're spending. And as you can see here, the gas fee is quite high again. Okay, we've reached another point where gas fee is basically, in my opinion, extortionate. I wouldn't pay $27 if I was only buying, let's say, for example, half an ETH's worth, or reinvesting half an ETH's worth. If I was buying 5 ETH, you know, over 2 grand, then maybe $27 is not going to really mean much to me, but well, use that to your own prerogative. Once you've done that and your order's confirmed, your tokens will show up here and you will start earning dividends. As you can see, these numbers just changed now. You will start earning dividends every time people buy and sell into the contract. Just like when you bought tokens, other people's dividends went up. And that's basically the simple basis of this smart contract. And it's simple but perfect, in my opinion. Okay, it is simple but perfect. Every time someone buys or sells their tokens, dividends will be distributed to token holders, just like shares in a company. Okay, if you're going to receive dividends for being a shareholder of a company, it works essentially the same way. Now, yes, granted, we might have some days or some weeks even where, you know, there's not going to be much action. And that could be because, you know, gas prices are so high or whatever. And that means your dividend is going to be quite low. Okay. But then there's going to be times where you're going to have massive pumps and massive dumps. And your dividends are going to go through the roof. And the reason why I say that is because this is all based on cycles, right? This, as you can see here, is a cycle. This, as you can see here, is, in fact, this whole area is essentially a cycle, okay? From the moment that it pumped after a stagnant period to the moment that it dumped all the way down, it kind of found this bottom, stayed stagnant, and then it had another pump again. And the same thing from here to here, and then, I mean, essentially, I like to see this as 2 different cycles. Now, why am I mentioning that? Because I'm seeing a lot of people commenting on my YouTube channel that are still unsure as to how this is working, and I'm going to say it now, and please remember, guys, this is a long-term investment. If you're looking for a very short get-rich-quick scheme, this is not for you at all. Okay, this is something that you're going to buy, you're going to set it, and you're going to forget it. You don't want to be looking at this every day. I do, multiple times a day. One, probably because I've got an addiction problem. But 2, also because, of course, I'm doing videos on it, right? So I need to, so I keep monitoring it as it grows. The cycles are important because, again, it's what leads to the longevity of this platform. People say, well, what happens if this just goes down to 0? Well, let's just kind of take a couple of scenarios, right? In fact, let's take the opposite. Let's say we're at 23,000 Ethereum in the contract. If this number goes to 35,000 or 60,000 or 80,000, which I believe is very, very possible, but I'm going to leave that to the end of this video, then the amount of Ethereum's worth of your gold tokens, okay, so for example, this amount, right, is going to be a smaller share of this overall pie, which means I'm going to get a smaller share of dividends. However, I'm going to benefit from price appreciation. And if we're in a serious pump, okay, you can use, if you wanted to, that strategy that I used in some of my earlier videos, how to throttle your ROI, which was Oracle strategies, okay? And that worked perfectly for me because, well, you work with the momentum, okay? You work into the pump. But that's for another video. But the idea is that, yes, you know, my dividends will probably be slower and lower, but my price appreciation will work in my benefit. And equally, though, the opposite applies. So let's say 23,000 becomes 13,000. Well, the amount of Ethereum that I own, or in gold tokens worth, in comparison to what's in the contract, I'm going to own a bigger share of the pie. So I'm going to get more and more dividends as this number decreases. Now, if this was to go all the way to 0 and I was the only one standing, the amount of dividends I'm going to make for anyone that's selling when this goes down to the thousands, then the hundreds, then the tens, is going to be stupid ridiculous. And it will only take 1 or 2 people to buy or sell into the contract for you to make a load of money just out of dividends alone. However, a big however, this is not going to go down to zero. For this to go down to zero, it means everybody has to just turn off from this contract, which isn't going to happen. You've got a community behind this, which I thoroughly, again, implore you to go into the Discord, and I'll just show you here. Okay, this Discord has a great, I mean, as you can see, you've got general help desk, user progress stats, various international languages as well, a whole load of stuff where people communicate and talk, and it's basically a very strong community. In fact, one of the best communities that I've seen in crypto. Okay, second to, of course, the wolf pack, but it's a super strong community, and anyone that's got questions, they can, they help each other out in there. They're very much supportive of each other, and because of that, there's a lot of diehard fans. Now, people are going to take profits. Okay, people are going to sell the tokens at one stage. At some stage, I might even do so. Okay, if I have to. But for me, I've pulled out my ROI and more. So this is just a free money machine for me now. And personally, everybody's got their own goal. But personally, for me, my goal was to get my initial investment out of this. And anything that I make through this smart contract will be generating a passive income. Now, that's one strategy. Another strategy is every time you make dividends, or a substantial amount, to keep reinvesting it back in and to own eventually more and more tokens. Because again, as we said, the more tokens you own, the more dividends you'll make. And that's why I'm kind of doing a bit of both. I'm reinvesting, I'm withdrawing. I kind of like to do a bit of both. But it's the community that's behind this that is so strong. So, that's Ethereum Gold. What else can I say about Ethereum Gold? I mean, my progress, guys, if you wanted to know, I mean, I've got them in all of my older videos, my earlier journeys. I do still keep a diary, okay, although the last 10 days I've been a bit lazy, as you can see here. But, day one, I started with 5 ETH. That was on the 12th of June. And basically, in total, I invested out of my own money around 35 Ethereum. This is this time around, by the way, guys. I was in this last year in December, but I unfortunately, regrettably, left it. But, I never looked back actually and regret anything. So this is this time around. 35 ETH by the 1st of July. I took theirs, I reinvested, I took theirs, more theirs, reinvested more, etc. Anyway, I mean, the idea is I keep a journal, and I think it's a great thing to do. You guys should do the same. You don't have to do it every day. You could do it once a week, okay, every Sunday. It's just a nice way of keeping track with, how much you're earning, how much you're making. And another good idea as well, that I saw floating about, not my idea, is dollar cost average. Buy 1 ETH or 1/5 of an ETH, or however much you can afford, 1 day a week, whatever. There's so many different ways you can play this, guys. But with all of this in mind, it's basically summing up to the point that this is the best long-term investment you can have in crypto, aside from just holding crypto. And you can hold crypto, but the problem is that you're just going to hold it, and it's going to go up when the value of that coin goes up, for example Ethereum, and then it's going to go down, then it's going to go up, then it's going to go down, and all of that. And you're not actually making anything by doing so. By holding your Ethereum in this smart contract, such as gold tokens or Ethereum credits, depending on which way you're looking at it, you're going to be earning dividends. Now, I did have a comment actually in one of my earlier videos where someone said he didn't understand why this number here was fluctuating. Why was the amount of ETH that he put into this going up or down? And it took me a couple of back and forths to get him to see the point. But this guys is basically telling you how much the amount of gold tokens you own is worth in Ethereum at this current point, based on the prices and everything else. And of course, equally, this is going to go up and down as well, all right? And you've got to just look at the Ethereum price, for example. That's going to change this. And this is why I like to say to everybody, don't focus on this. Too many people I'm seeing on the Discord, on my videos commenting, and on other people's videos commenting, oh, my 7 ETH has now become 5 ETH, and my 15 ETH has now become 12 ETH, or, whatever. Now, the reason why they're saying that is because they're looking at this. And if they got in, right at the top, let's say they bought in at $11.20, and the buying price and the sell price has gone down, as well as the Ethereum price in general has gone down, and Ethereum's coming out of the contract, yeah, this number is going to drop. But it doesn't take away from the amount that you actually invested in this in the first place, right? Don't see this as the amount of Ethereum that you invested in the first place, because this number will always fluctuate. When you first invest in this, write down on a piece of paper like I did exactly how many dollars, okay, or whatever country you're from, how much you've actually spent investing into this contract. This number is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Vanity, sanity. All right, guys. That's why, again, I go back to Ethereum Capital. You'll notice we do not have the total amount of Ethereum's worth of credits in this box. We just have the total dividends. But again, each to their own. All right. I know a lot of people prefer this, or a lot of people prefer the old GandDG site. I'm just giving you my takes on this. Now, you can go into the Discord. They've got their own Telegram channel as well, guys. So if you've got any questions, definitely go to the Discord or Telegram, or even, ask a question in the comments below my videos. I do try my best to help out and answer as many as I can. There's always someone to help out and answer your questions. This smart contract is bulletproof. If you're looking around and you're seeing people say this is a scam and everything else, the chances are it's because, well, they bought at the top. Okay, they bought at a really high price. Everything's starting to go down for them. They're freaking out and they're selling. Okay, they're selling before they've even made back their fees, before they've made back any kind of profits, and they're losing out. Don't be that person, because that is, guys, I think I'm going to leave it on this one. That is the only way you can lose with Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital. And that is by investing into this and selling so quickly that you do not make back the fees, okay, that 20%, and nor do you capitalize on any kind of dividends or price appreciation at all through your journey. All right, you just sell too quickly. The longer you hold, the more you will be rewarded. Okay, that's how this works. What I'm going to say is basically, guys, if you want to put some Ethereum to the side, if you're looking forward to Ethereum 2.0 and the whole idea of proof of stake, and you wanted to stake with Ethereum, but you didn't have enough Ethereum to do so, right, which is the 32 Ethereum required, or you do, but you see the benefits of this smart contract, then my link is down below. All right, guys. Again, I'll put in the top right corner of the screen here the step-by-step guide. If you did want to go through a step-by-step guide, I do talk you through it all the way through to show you how to do so. And I guess the last thing I'll say is, on any one of my videos, especially when it comes to the Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital stuff, if you scroll down and you just click show more, you will see here how to get started with Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital. Bookmark every single one of these links. And the reason why I say that is, this is the link to Ethereum Capital. This is the link for me, which is a backup, okay, because I prefer to use Capital anyway, but you can do it the other way around. Ethereum Gold, backup. The Gold Chip Fund, backup. GandDG, backup. So these are free backup links on their own, as well as the Ethereum Capital link. And of course, the Etherscan branch. You don't have to bookmark MetaMask if you don't want to. Once you've installed it, you've installed it. But definitely bookmark those links, all right? Because that way, if, for example, I'm using Ethereum Capital and there is a DDoS attack or whatever reason, I need to access a backup link, I've got them all in my bookmarks. They're just literally there with a click of a button. I don't have to sit there going onto Discord or trying to ask somebody, someone send me the link or whatever else. They're all there. So definitely, I recommend you guys bookmarking those links. Other than that, guys, Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital for me is, I think it's the winner of 2020. Okay, this is my long-term, low to zero risk passive income investment. I do love my fast money. I leverage trade, okay, the Oracle strategy, and that is fast money, and that's great. But I really like this being in the background. This is generating me another form of passive income. So yeah, links are down below. If you've got any questions on Ethereum Gold, feel free to ask below. And of course, you've got Discord and Telegram, as I mentioned earlier. Other than that, guys, I'm going to call it a day on this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.